Okay, so it was about time to sort out the angle grinder situation. I really like the Milwaukee stuff. It's really super powerful, and obviously you know I like the Festool stuff. Now these were exactly the same price, but the Festool one, when I bought it anyway, the AGC18 was on offer, and you got a free 5.2 amp hour battery Airstream, so that was sort of a no-brainer, so I got that. And then I thought it might be interesting. I've been using a couple of new stuff, so I do a lot of the carving with this. There's a couple of videos coming up where I'm shaping a lot of resin with it, which is why I needed a new grinder. I also use these 3M discs, which are really good on wood and resin. I also use the wire, kind of wire brush. And then a new thing I've been using is this plastic pad. I'll try and put links in the description to all of these, and they're on my Amazon store, where I bought them on Amazon. This little plastic pad, it does wear out quite quickly, but it's really forgiving on wood. Very good for shaping. And they're all the M14 thread, so you just take off your sort of holder here, your quick release holder, and just put that straight on without the nut thing. So I looked at the two tools. We ended up getting both. We did a job recently for a friend, and Will helped me, quite a big job, and we actually needed the 125mm depth of cut for the fire escape that we were taking down. I'll just show you a quick clip of the fire escape we were removing. It's quite a big structure. So anyway, after that was all done, we ended up with these two, and I thought I'd do a bit of comparison. I know everyone jumps on me straight away. My son's gonna help with this, because you jump on me saying that I love Festool and all this, so that's fair enough. Now, they have definitely both got pros and cons. I've got my own opinion of those pros and cons, but me and Will are gonna do a couple of little muckabout tests like we did before, speed test cutting. Will do some linishing. I'll show you me using these two real world on resin grinding, which I did for like a day and a half, and I kept swapping between them. So I've got a really good experience about these. So if you stick around, we'll do a little bit of a speed test, a little bit of metalwork test my son will do. Then I'll go over what happened on the long-term grinding of resin and wood using these two machines. So, that's noisy. So they're pretty much neck and neck. So have one more little cut, we'll swap, just see how you feel. And we just do the same again. Catch it up. Ready? Yeah, one little slice. Ready? Go. So, hot. I don't know. What do you think? How does that feel? Well, I don't know. I think they feel the same. I think they're very close. We do a bit of linishing. I've got my thoughts already on these. I mean, one of the things we both said, isn't it? Some tasks are better with the thumb block, and some are better with the kind of trigger thing. That's for definite. When we were doing that really big fire escape, and we had a harness on and a rope and all that stuff, there were definitely cuts where we didn't want to be having a thumb lock on in case we dropped it or we were using one stretched arm, and that was definitely better. One of the things I do not like about the trigger is when I'm polishing for a long amount of time on the resin, really made my arm go stiff here, because I was doing it for like a day, swapping batteries all day long. definitely better doing that. This has got a more slender handle, which I quite like. They both feel solid. We'll do a bit more testing and I'll tell you one of the big things after that, what the difference is. We just do a bit of linishing. What do you think?
And they're both good. I don't know. It's a difficult decision.
Does this feel like it's running at a bit of a higher speed?
Yeah.
That's what I felt.
But yeah.
So that's one of the things. That was a little test there. But when I'm using the big carving wheels, like the cut soles and stuff, what I found is this definitely feels like it's running at a higher speed and a little bit more grunt. But there is a massive downside to that. There's not a lot in that. There's a massive downside, and that is that when I bought this, I just had the regular charger, and I'll just show you on the wall there. I had to immediately buy an Airstream charger, and it's the first time I needed it, is when I bought this tool, because this battery gets really hot under massive load for continuous use, and the battery life, these are both brand new batteries, two 5.2s. The battery life on this is not quite double, but almost double the Festool. And that is a big decision, I would say. My preference is most of the time using this. I just like the way it works. I do like that extra bit of, seems to run at faster speed, but this thing, you're changing batteries constantly, and this thing nowhere near. So this needed a new charger, because the old charger won't even charge this. This battery on this tool gets so hot, you need to leave it for about half an hour before a regular Festool charger will even charge it, because it just flashes red. With the Airstream charger and the Airstream battery, you can charge it instantly, which is a bonus, but you do need the new battery and the new charger. That is a difference. So as I said, the reason we went for these two is because we needed the 125mm cutting depth, which was the main reason. I thought it was a bit more flexible as well. And I would just summarise to say that we think they both feel about the same wheel.
Yeah.
They both feel the same. I think if you like this kind of trigger, if you're doing quick cuts and stopping, this is more convenient. If you're doing shaping and carving, definitely the thumb style is more convenient because you can relax and move your arms around. Power-wise, I think they're pretty much similar. Batteries definitely last longer, a lot longer on the Milwaukee. This just feels a bit quicker, but there is a downside. What I haven't done is experiment. The Milwaukee doesn't have a speed adjuster, whereas one of the points that's supposed to be cool about this is if you're cutting through different materials, it kind of gauges automatically. And what I haven't tried is turning the speed down to try and match it and see if the battery lasts the same, but my suspicion is it won't. This just has, for some reason, makes the battery hot and seems to load it really heavily, whereas this seems to be a more efficient tool, without a doubt. But if you've got a load of Festool and the free batteries coming along, this is obviously a cheap option. If you've got a load of Milwaukee and you've already got the battery and charger, then that's probably a better option. Nothing else really to say, just main differences are trigger and battery life, I would say, overall. Thanks so much for watching. As always, I'm sure there's more in-depth descriptions of the actual tools, ins and outs. This is just the real life using it. But anyway, thanks so much for watching. See you on the next one. Okay, and we'll start again. Clamp fell off. Here we go.
Carry on.
Carry on that bit. 3, 2, 1.